In this video, we'll show you how to create a new profile with your Garmin MAP 62. This can also apply to other Garmin handhelds such as the eTrex 20. So let's take an example here that we use our Garmin device for different activities, but we use the same screen differently based on the activity. So we can customize based on what we're doing. So let's get started here by tapping on the page button. Let's get to the main menu. Let's scroll down to profile change. Now we already have a number of them already created, but what we'll do here is we're going to adjust this list and create a new one. So we're going to hit menu. We're going to choose set up profiles. And what we'll do here is we'll create a new profile. Hit enter. And let's go down here. It's going to be down at the bottom. We can hit enter. We can edit the name and move up. So let's edit the name, and what we'll do here, we'll just call this one hiking. And that's basically our other activity that we do with our Garmin. Alright, and let's move up a couple times here. Works a little differently than when you're adjusting the page or menu sequence. And let's move up one more time. So we're going to keep geocaching in our new profile hiking. Everything else we can get rid of. So we're just going to delete everything else. We don't have a boat. We're not using this for fitness. And we're turning that off. So now we only have two profiles, geocaching and hiking. So what we can do now is get into our hiking profile. Now we're in it. So what we're going to do now is when we're hiking, we use, let's say, the map screen differently than geocaching. So let's go to the map screen. I'm going to hit on menu. Let's set up the map. And let's do something to customize this. Like, for example, let's add 2 small data fields, for example. And I want to change the data fields. And I got other videos here that describe that. And here we can just change whatever fields that we want based on our preference. There we go. And now let's go switch profiles to geocaching. So let's switch to geocaching. And let's go to the map page again. And this time, let's do this a little differently. When we're doing geocaching, let's use a dashboard. And let's use the geocaching dashboard. You can see here it combines the compass and some other details that makes this a little bit more interesting. And this is what I want to use when I'm doing geocaching. I also want to adjust the page sequence. So let's go to our main menu. Let's go under setup. And let's adjust the page sequence. So when we're geocaching, we just want to know a few things. So let's remove trip computer, elevation plot. Main menu will always stay there. And let's get rid of compass because we're using the dashboard. So now, when we're hitting the page button, we only have those two choices, main menu and map. Now let's switch back to our hiking profile. And let's hit the page, but you notice it's still at the default selection. Let's go to map. You can see that it's still based on what we customized a few moments ago. And this way, if you're doing geocaching one day or hiking the other day, you can just simply switch your profiles and just use whatever works for you. If you're editing the profile and you want to start over again, if you're deleting some of the default profiles that are on the device, you may have to do a master reset to get them back. Just by doing a reset, there's no restore default menu option. So we're just doing this right now and see if we still got it. Let's do a quick check here. and that only brought back the recreational and geocaching profile. Still kept my hiking profile. So if you're doing maybe a firmware refresh, I might restore the options here. So a little bit be wary if you're playing around with it. I know personally I've never used the other profiles such as fitness or marine, so I'm okay with what I've done here today. So FYI if you're going to do this.